Thank you, Litio. Good evening, viewers, and welcome to tonight's regional news. We start off by telling you that a woman who lost her husband and her son in a shooting at 3B's Drive, Piarco, claimed Wednesday that despite constant reports about being followed home by suspicious people, the police never responded. Police said 11 of the 36 bullets fired at the father and son on Tuesday evening bore markings of the regiment. This is the third murder in the area since last week. The deceased are Nigel Motu, 45, and his son Narkel Motu, 19. Police said around 5 p.m. Nikel Motu, his wife Margaret, and their other son, aged 5, were in one car heading to their home. Their son, Narkel, was in his own car driving behind them. Police said as both cars drove into 3B's Drive, they saw a silver gray, heavily tinted Nissan Tida following them. The car first pulled alongside Narkel's car, and occupants of the Tida opened fire, forcing him to veer off the road and crashed into a fence. Nigel Motu then stopped his car, got out, and attempted to run, but two other men from the Tida got out as well, pursued him, and shot him in his yard. The two gunmen then got back into the Tida and fled the scene. Moving over to St. Kitts and Nevis, Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. Terence Drew, says the authorities have uncovered a ring resulting in illegal marriages taking place on the island and raising the possibility that the Twin Island Federation is being used for human trafficking. The Prime Minister, who is also Minister of National Security and Immigration, told Parliament the illegal marriages involved individuals from the Spanish community that allows them to be granted citizenship and voting rights. PM Drew told the legislator that the non-citizens then get married, resulting in the payment of more money. He also added that from the time they get married, the same day, sometimes in their wedding garments, go for their marriage certificate after receiving the certificate of marriage, as well as their certificate of citizenship and their identification card. Once they go for their ID, they are paid a certain sum of money and for their names to be included on an electoral list to vote. Prime Minister Drew said that while it is possible that some of the marriages are genuine, some of the individuals involved in the marriage ring have been abusing the system by marrying and divorcing several times to gain money. Drew said that he had a meeting with the Latino community in St. Kitts and Nevis and explained to them what the government had identified. He also said that conversations with some of the Spanish nationals proved that there is no real relationship between them and their marriage partner. A German court recently convicted a 97-year-old woman of being an accessory to more than 10,000 murders for her role as a secretary to the SS commander of the Nazis' Sotthof concentration camp during World War II. Armgard Furchner was accused of being part of the apparatus that helped the camp near Danzig, now the Polish city of Gdańsk, function. The Itzehoe State Court in northern Germany gave her a 2-year suspended sentence for being an accessory to murder in 10,505 cases and an accessory to attempted murder in 5 cases. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres' spokesperson said that it shows that it is never too late to ensure that there was some accountability for crimes committed for such horrific nature. Prosecutors in the Itzehoe said during the proceedings that Furchner's trial may be the last of its kind. However, a special federal prosecutor's office in Ludwigsburg, tasked with investigating Nazi-era war crimes, says another 5 cases are currently pending with prosecutors in various parts of Germany. Charges of murder and accessory to murder aren't subject to the statute of limitations. The court said judges were convinced that Furchner knew and through her work as a stenographer in the commandant's office of the Sotthof concentration camp from June 1, 1943 to April 1, 1945, deliberately supported the fact that 10,505 prisoners were cruelly killed by gassings by hostile conditions in the camp. That's all for tonight's regional news. I'm Joel Vogt, back to Alethio.